Right, we're back with the F-Act and the quads. Yesterday I ran out of space on my memory card, so I couldn't record anymore, but that one would gap the spark plug. This one I've removed the carb, cleaned it, found a beautiful cardboard gasket, beggars belief. Put new screws in, float bolt, stripped it and cleaned it like the F-Act that I did. This one turns over, but it feels like it's got very low compression, but with being a 50cc they will have just a note because the carb's been off overnight. I put some tissue in to stop it dropping in. I think what I'm going to do is connect a battery to this and just see if it turns over and how it sounds when it's turned over with spark plug in, because it feels like there's no compression. We're also going to get that back brake off today and get that cleaned up and working. So yeah, let's crack on. So guys, back with the quad. I've chucked the carb on, just something to note. There is a plastic sort of gasket thing that goes in between. And when I connect this, well, it's a bad connection, but it is what it is. What are you looking for? Connect this. You can hear that there's plenty of compression there, so with some fresh fuel and an actual coil pack, it doesn't have one, then it should start. Hey guys, we're back. Not really done much today with the bikes. I just thought I'd give you an update anyway. But we have got the other 150 in, the other 50 in. As you can see, this needs all plastics pin back on. They are with it. It needs a new belt. Probably get a new variator as well because that's quite corroded, although it won't make much of a difference. I'll probably just get it just to be on the safe side. New belt. I've been told this runs, but there's a lot of odd wires on it, so I'm thinking I might just buy a loom for it. They're not that much, so I might just buy a loom, rewire the full thing. This one, I do know that it runs. The fuel's off. I've seen this one running previously, but the fuel's gone off, so that needs some new fuel. So we're going to do that tomorrow, put some new fuel in it, but that's 56. I thought it was semi-auto, which it kind of is, but it's constantly engaged in gear. There's no actual gear lever. So that's like a rev and rip, rev and go, but it's not got a CVT gearbox by the looks of it. It's not run off a belt. There's no belt running up a ramp like on that one or that one. So that one, that bottom one, is identical to this. There's the engine for it. That's in bits. Obviously the head's there. I don't know where the rocker cover is. I might have left it at my mate's unit. I'm not sure. But today, basically, what I've been doing is sorting this space out here. This row full of rubbish. Well, not rubbish, but it rolled full of half of that stuff and half of that stuff. So I managed to clear that. As you can see, I've got a couple of bin bags that need to go home. And then next job, tomorrow morning, I've got to bring some more stuff down here, so I'm going to clear this area. So I can get some space to work. But basically this one, I'm going to take the coil off of that one and just double check that it's getting a spark and whatnot, and then I can get it running. If I can get that one running, then I'm going to buy a new loom for that. This one just needs new fuel, so I'm not going to do much with that. The brakes and the head bearings need seeing to. Sorry, this is just off that one that's under there. But the brakes and the head bearings, it's very stiff to turn, so the flat tyres won't help, but I think head bearings at least need greasing. They don't feel notchy, so they need a good greasing and adjustment. The engine looks pretty clean. There's no leaks on it or anything. Electric start. Got some snazzy tyres on it. They need blowing up. They're all off the rim. Well, not all of them, but most of them are off the bead. So we'll get a ratchet strap around them. We'll show you how to get tyres back on bead and blown up. This has only got a single exhaust, whereas that one, which is the same bike but with a gear lever there, that one has twin exhaust. I don't know if you can see it. I can't really get in there. Yep, there's one, there's two. This one here is going to be the last one that we do because that needs the most work. But all the bits are there for that. There's an exhaust, all that sort of stuff. However, if I can get that running, the exhaust snapped on. So, if you have a look under here, you can just see the downpipe sticking out and it's all a bit battered. So I'll probably swap the exhaust for that one and then buy one for that when I've got this engine rebuilt. They're all bits off that. There's just bits everywhere for it. I'm going to get it all into some sort of order very soon. And I will be doing some more videos on how to get them running and whatnot. This one's going to have possibly a carb clean, I'm not sure. We'll see what happens when we put clean fuel in. That one needs a belt. Probably take that off that engine to be fair. Just to see if it rides and whatnot. Once I have it riding, like I said, I'm probably going to change wiring loom on that because it's just diabolical. It's them wires are rock hard, so I'd rather have a new loom if I'm honest. So yeah, next video will be me taking the coil off this one, putting it on that one with fresh fuel in, see if we can get that running. Once we have that running, then I'll swap the coil back to this one, get that running with clean fuel, or I might just get that running first and then do the other. But anyway, they'll both be running. The brakes need sorting out on that. There's rubbish. There's no fluid in it. It's had a new master cylinder for brakes. There's no fluid in it, but they're rusty as anything, so I'm going to clean them all up. This one, the brake feels alright on. It does have a front brake as well, which that one doesn't. I think that's a brake anyway. It does have 2 cables going to it. So it might not be. I'll have to see where them cables go. I don't think there is a... Yeah, there is. Sorry, there's a brake on each front wheel. That explains the 2 cables, but it's just cable operated for some reason. Rear's hydraulic. But hey, so yeah. Just an update on where we're at. Like I said, we've got halfway through cleaning unit today. Got this half to do, and then we've got some space to move and work. Obviously these bikes, when they're not being worked on, we're going to have to put them out in the yard because they're just taking up everywhere. This one's going to go on top of that one eventually, I think. But we need to get them flipped and get them sold ASAP because we're in that space. So over the next coming days and possibly up to 2 weeks, I'm hoping I'll have them all done. That one, we're going to look into arc erosion, spark erosion. Basically, the arc the metal out. It's got a snapped exhaust bolt, so I'm going to have a look at how much that's going to cost. Depending on price, I might just buy a new barrel for it, because a barrel and head is only 60 quid. So bike will only stand me at 160 and it'll be it'll have had a full top end rebuild. But yeah, they stand me at nothing. So yeah, although they might look a bit diabolical now, they're worth doing up, even if we get a couple of £100 for each. I wouldn't say pure profit because there's going to be a lot of work going into them and a lot of time and a bit of money, but they're profitable, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, next job tomorrow afternoon is cleaning all this, then we're going to get on to that one, then that one. So we'll see what we do. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay tuned and we'll show you how to recommission motorbikes and quads and how to turn £100 into £1,000. Let's see if we can do it, eh? What do you think?